Okay, what's going on, guys? What? I'm just trying to find. Okay. So I've been informed that I need something that holds it steady, and I don't have that yet, but that'll be on the way. Did a bit of shopping this evening. This is the fire table. It's ready to go. We're gonna watch it together. I've already done it once, but I got my Japanese pizza chips. Everybody knows those who have ever lived in Korea. This is gonna be really good, but probably dangerous. It's like 2 shots of whiskey, a bit of soda water, orange juice, and like a 1/4 teaspoon of that THC honey. Whatever, I don't have to work till 10:30. I'm gravy. I don't know what time it is, but the sun's still up, so that's cool. You've all met Puff the Magic Dragon. Now, it's a bit derivative, but like, how can you not call him Puff the Magic Dragon? You can call him whatever you want. But I'm going to call him, he's AKA, Puff the Magic Dragon, AKA, oh, what? Is it raining? Oh, dear. Puff the Magic Dragon, AKA, what did I call him? Dank the Dope Dragon. Triple D, for short. Oh, dear, it's starting to piss a little bit. Then I got the pen, just in case I don't feel like smoking a joint. So then, who are we fooling here? Honestly, just let you look at Dank for a minute. Here, you know what? It's the best if I just leave things. Can you get your face in there? Wait. Oh, no. This is not as good a stand as I thought it was. That's okay. Moving on. I just need my hands free for a second. So, I don't know, this is going to be a lot about, weed and alcohol, which are my 2 favorite drugs. So this is called Wood, and this is called a Box Top. This is a really good brand. Riot Gear, or what is it called? Riot Box. They're called Riot Boxes. The company's called Riot. They claim to be humidors, but they're not. So this is called Keef. I don't know if you guys are familiar. I got one for my sister who is from Vancouver but lives in England. So this is your grinder. Papers, filter paper, snips. This is for Danky. Danky. That's dope. Hey, Danky. What's going on? So you just like roll up in here. It's like a little box. But, oh, dear. Calm down. So I don't know. Yes. Can you see all that sand-looking material? Well, that's not sand. That's all the crystals from the weed. It's called lots of different things, but call it Keef. Okay, I'm going to have to put it down for a second again because it's going to get hairy here. It's all magnetic. You don't want to lose your... There you go. Oh, what? That's very surprising. So there's also a 3rd layer. But as you can see, I don't even know if you can see. There's a bit of a glare there. I'm going to have to work on my camera skills. Okay. I don't know what to do. Well, I don't know if you can see kind of fine dust. Maybe that's better. No, there's not. That's okay. Anyway, so there's like 2 levels, so it goes through. It's pretty good. So I said, when I bought it, I was like, well, what's the 2nd level for? I've seen the first levels before. And he's like, well, basically the first level is for like your friends, and then the 2nd level is for like your really good friends. So that made a lot of sense, actually. Okay, so I've also, like... Just a sec. Organized all my weed by, like, type of weed. That makes sense. For some of you. Not sativas and indica. Come on. This is next level shit. So, I hope you guys can see. Okay. So, this is medicinal. And can you see that? Maybe that's better. Okay, yeah. So, medicinal. So that means it has like a lot of CBDs. I think they're called CBDs. So that's just like if you have a headache. It'll get you high, but not that high. This is for sleeping. This is for, what is this? Chillin'. So that means it's just dope. It's just literally and figuratively, again. This is when you want some illin'. And then this is when you want to play video games. And then, everybody's got to travel. So this is my travel tube. Wow. It's dark out here. Well, it says travel tube, just trust me. So, what do I need here? Gamer? Okay. Well, I'm not going to play games, but it's a good Vintage. You know, it's just like wine or beer. Everybody's got to get the fuck over it. Like, it is seriously the best drug. It's way better than every other drug. And for so many reasons. That I'm sure I'll get to in a minute. Actually, now I'm getting all confused. So I wanted to show you something else. Oh, I was like, it's kind of dark. Why don't I light the fire pit, right? In a minute. Okay. So the backlighting is working nicely. And those, like, crappy ice cream lights are still on, so that's good. Solar panels kicking around. Dogwood's looking good. This was my mom's. She passed away last year, so it's kind of cool. Like, it's kind of ironic. It's like the sun, you know, so it's kind of like whatever. She's looking at the garden and stuff. It's nice. Okay, this is far too dark. It's not going to work. All right, plan B. I'm also cooking ribs. I set an alarm. Okay, let's just get the fire going. Okay. Again, I'm going to have to put you down for a minute. I'll use the riot box so you can look at maybe something. There you go. Danky says, what's up? Okay. But let's light it and watch it together. Like I said, I did it once before, but it was daytime, so it's not as good. No, that's not going to work. It'll look like the fire's coming out of his mouth. That's going to be sweet. All right, what do I do here? It is dark. Okay. What did they say? Do this? I'm going to hold it for some reason. Nope. I've forgotten how. What did they say? Nope. Nope. Let me think. Well, you know, technical difficulties happen, so while I think and I let the smell of propane, I probably shouldn't smoke. Okay, this is getting weird. It's dangerous. I'm just going to drink. Ooh, that's lovely. So yeah, like I'll just talk a little bit about weed. So I went down to the weed store. Yes, we have them. It's literally like it's like a liquor store but for weed. They have so many different kinds. So so the main two are sativa and indica. So sativa is your kind of lighter, having fun weed, where you don't like get kind of, you know, less paranoia, this kind of stuff. Like, some people get paranoid on weed, for sure. I'm just trying to remember. Sorry. But if that's the case, then just don't smoke in public, because people are weird, so don't, like, do that. And then just, I mean, if you're gonna do drugs, I'm not advocating it. Well, I guess I am. I'm advocating weed, not advocating everything. Everything else is dangerous, that's why. So use it at your own risk. But the only thing you're going to get with weed is like a pretty serious chip habit or whatever you like to eat. Okay. I think I remember how to do this. It's not complicated. There whoa, dude. That was dope boy fresh, as they say. Who says that? Somebody says that. Okay, so there you have it. You gotta let it go. It's a little more complicated than you might be thinking. So, ooh, that's Maxo Flame. Let's take that back. Oh, let's put his fist. Look at that. Take it easy, Danky. So that's quite high. It's pretty good, though, man. This table was like moderately expensive, but you know, you're gonna have it for years. And all this shit I'm buying is like for here, yes, certainly, but also for when somebody gives me a loan for a house. So like 35 years from now or something. Shit, I could get used to this. Campfire tales. So what was I saying? You know how it goes, guys. You gotta bear with me. Yes. So sativa's like, yeah, sativa's lighter. But seriously, and then indica, the way to remember is indica. They have a little phrase, in the couch. So if you smoke an indica, it's heavy. Okay, so let me put it into, perspective for you. Because many people... I'm just going to put this down. Why am I even trying? Ooh, that's nice. Okay, that'll play for now. Yeah, so indica is indicouch, which means it's just heavier. So think of it, let's think of it from an alcohol perspective, because everybody can relate to that. Well, people who aren't insane can relate to that. Whoa, I almost fell. I'm just a little paranoid about smoking close to the propane, just because they said not to do it. But I think we'll be fine. Right, so in the couch. Okay, it's alcohol comparison. So think about, like, and they all vary. That's the thing. It's not like you're just like, and so do all drugs, by the way. If you're not familiar with drugs because you live in a country where it's like drugs are bad, but you can have as much medicine as you want because those drugs are okay. But no, not those other ones, which are basically derived from all of the same shit. It's ridiculous. Anyhow, just legalize it worldwide and just end all the crime. What a concept, huh? Just fucking get on it already. Anyhow. Right, so you have like a... So all those weeds I showed you, all the gamer and everything, I just went in there, I'm like, I want something to sleep. I want something to play video games with. I want something to help me heal. I want something to whatever the other ones were I showed you. And they're just like, yep, okay. And they're like, wow, that's a pretty robust order. I'm like, can you do it? They're like, fuck yeah. And they're like, this one is good for that. This one's good for that. I'm like, do it up. Give me an eighth of each. An eighth is an eighth of an ounce. An ounce is 28 grams for everybody who's like, what's an ounce? Just learn both systems and stop being such a dick. Yeah, 32 ounces in a pound. 2.2 pounds in a kilogram. I know this. Why can't you learn it? And then, obviously, it gets complicated with like fluid ounces and stuff. But, right. So they did it all, and they're like, "That sounds dope." And then I'm like, "I need doob tubes." Which are those tubes I showed you? Doob means like joint, which means like marijuana cigarette, if you will. Okay, but there's so many names for all of it, so. You don't know? I gotta tell you. So, yeah, so like you can, I was like, and then I went in the other day and I was like, yeah, I'm looking for something a little heavier. And they're like, how about White Death? And I was like, that's a very aggressive. No, not that much. And then I said, how about, there you go. That's better. I said, how about, not something with the word death in it? I think there's been enough White Death perpetrated, frankly, for eons and millennia and Google years. Fun fact, not a lot of people know, Google is a number. Lots of people do know, lots of people don't. Google is not the name of a company, although it is. It's a number that's very, very large. I think it's like close to infinity or something. I don't know. I wasn't a good math student. But that struck my attention. Struck my attention. Grabbed it. Grabbed the attention. So, I was like, can you scale it down a bit? And they have all the percentages there. I mean, it's scientific, straight up. Like, it's just like, how much percentage is in alcohol. They know how much percentage THC is in with every different strain, and there are a lot of strains, tons of strains, more strains than alcohol. I reckon, actually, that's probably true. Right, so they're like, oh, okay, well, White Death is like, I don't know what it was, I didn't check, but it was probably like 35% THC or 20, or it's high. So I'm like, scale it down a bit. So they did, and then here I am. So yeah, give it a try if you want. Do it in a safe space. You'll be fine. Make sure you have water. Just because your first time with any drug is a pretty serious, including alcohol. Remember the first time you got like super drunk? You didn't know what the fuck was going on because you just don't know. So if you're gonna try it, but do it in a safe spot, and make sure you have water and snacks and something funny to watch, and just enjoy. Oh, my neighbor's coming out. One of my neighbors is Turkish. His name is Adnan. He has 2 kids. He's pretty cool. He's like, I'm going to Turkey in 2 weeks. I'm like, okay, cool. And then he's like, so look at all this stuff I have. We were having a chat by his garden. He's got more grapes. I'm like, do you make wine? He's like, no. I'm like, why not? He's like, I just want the kids to eat fresh, man. I'm like, yeah. And then I asked him his job, and I'm like, oh, did you work for, I can't remember. He used to be a restaurateur, but now he's something else, delivery or something. I'm like, oh, do you work for, like, Amazon? He's like, I don't work for capitalism. And I was like, that's a pretty dope answer, man. It's a pretty sick answer. And, yeah, so Adnan's cool. I don't know what he's doing. I don't even know if it's him. I can't see, the trees blocking. Anyhow, moving on. Right, so give it a shot. Give it a whirl. I highly recommend it. It's by far the best drug. Old or young, check it out. Make sure you're of age and all that. I'm not advocating underage drug use. Although that's when I started. And now I have my very own YouTube channel. So, you know, success. What else do I want to talk about? I think that's good for this round. And then I'll get back to something because nobody's around, so I'm just gonna end it there for now. It's a little bit about weed. Don't worry, I'll talk extensively about it. I'm gonna smoke some in the meantime and keep working on this THC honey drink. Okie dokie, see you later.